I wanted to touch on something because I want to know, like, why don't black men care to make their women happy? And when I say their women, I don't mean any random female. I don't mean that. I don't mean a female that you clearly see as a jump off or whatever, but the women that they desire to be with, the women that they love, the women that they want to be in a relationship with, the women that they want to marry, have kids with. Why don't they care to make their woman happy? It's really, it's really frustrating because you have men that will bring up sex or will bring up something sexual when they're trying to get to know you, or they have no problem asking for sex. You know what I'm saying? They just blurt out, when I'm gonna get to see you, when I'm gonna get to do this to you. But let a woman ask a man for money. Let a woman ask a man when he gonna take her out to dinner. Let a woman ask him. Let a woman ask him when you gonna take me shopping. You know what I'm saying? Let a woman ask him, oh, can you get my nails and feet done? The first thing he say is she's a gold digger. The first thing he says is like, oh, you always want something, but you had no problem asking for pussy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You have no problem hopping in these girls' DMs asking for sex or saying something nasty or whatever, something that don't even involve, you first treating the woman to dinner or something or taking her out on a date. When you go on these dating sites, the first thing these guys say is, "What's up, beautiful? How you doing, beautiful? Good morning." But they don't sit there and say, "Can I take you out sometimes? Sometime, I would love to take you out. When you gonna let me take you out?" They don't say nothing like that. They don't say nothing involving a date. No matter even if the woman is, a whore or she's a hoe, whatever, this, that, and the third. At the end of the day, her time still isn't free. So the fact that men are just so bold to ask for sex and not think that the woman doesn't expect anything in return is ridiculous to me. And this is the exact reason why I don't like to go on dates. And nowadays when a man asks me on a date, which is 9 times out of 10 is on a online dating site, because these men, they're not going to approach you in person because they too scared, and they too, you know they just don't want to because they're scared of rejection or whatever. But they know that in person they gonna actually have to come with something more than good morning or hello beautiful. Like, if a man is not asking me, hey, can I take you out sometime, can I take you on a date, then he automatically just gets blocked, because you constantly asking me the same thing. Hey, what's up? Why don't you say something? Can I take you out? Because I don't need you to waste my time. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, my time is not free, and I'm not going to deal with a broke man. And majority of men just, they don't care. They don't care to try to make their woman happy. I see it with other races of men. Other races of men, they love to please their women. You know what I'm saying? They love making them happy. They want to put them in a nice house. They just, they take pride in being men, and I just don't see that in a lot of men these days. And maybe I could be wrong, because at the end of the day, I don't deal with other races of men. I don't. I never have. But but it just lets me know that, majority of men don't really have nothing going for themselves. They're probably broke, probably living on their mama's couch, probably sleeping on the floor, probably looking for a place to stay. No, they don't have nothing going for themselves. And but even then, you have men that do have money, but they're stingy with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you can't win for nothing. But I just want to know that, why are men so bold to ask for sex, but when you ask for money or something, they want to act like they ain't hear what you say. You know what I'm saying?
The black man must be aware of the various types of black women available to him. His selection must be based upon his own individual needs. It is entirely possible that some of the traits of the black women in their respective categories overlap. It has been proven that a black man is capable of taking a black woman and making her beautiful, intelligent, and wise. She is not able to create the same effect by herself. She will have one of the three or two of the three, but she cannot achieve beauty, intelligence, and wisdom alone. The black man is her catalyst. Without his spark of life and light, she is without his spark of life and light, she does not bloom. Blooming is quite different from having a good paying job or a high class education. Each of the black women discussed during the next few pages can be taught to bloom. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to On the Shoulders of Giants. I am Joseph Ward, and we are continuing our reading of Sister Shahrazad Ali's book, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. We're on chapter 3, Adulthood, Single and Married. And this book is her examination of the Black woman in America. Sorry about last Monday. Tornado came through, messed up everything. I'm talking about 3 tornadoes hit the city. 1 tornado came through the neighborhood, messed up everything. I ain't had no power. I couldn't do nothing. So I couldn't give you the show that I wanted to do, but I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the patience. And, we're going to always continue to push forward because we don't have setbacks. We just go over speed bumps. So thank you for hanging in there, checking out the clip that I put up last Monday and everything that we have going. Make sure you all hit that like button, please. Let's hit that like button. Let's get as many likes on this video as possible. Matter of fact, let's shoot for 5,000 likes on this video. I know we can do it. So let's shoot for 5,000 likes. And let's run these numbers up so we can get this information out, because this is about healing our community. So you see the video, the clip of the young lady giving her perspective about her experience with Black men and her observation of Black men versus men of other races from a long distance point of view, because she expressed herself that she has not dated any men of other races. So she is more so speculating what the experience with other men would be like, but she's also overall talking about that men don't live up to, especially Black men don't live up to the expectations of the Black woman. The Black man don't meet the mark. And that is a narrative that needs to be explored. So in the spirit of Shahrazad Ali, this is not a reaction, but an exploration into the mindset of the Black woman who has a negative outlook on the Black man. And it can also give us a mirror into the mindset of the Black man who has a negative outlook about the Black woman, right? Now, we know the young lady in the clip does not represent, I don't think she represents a large portion of Black women, but I do think she represents a good enough portion of Black women who have a voice, and their voice and their narratives are dominating the airwaves. So you have a good number of young or impressionable women who are listening to these messages and taking these messages as if they're gospel. And so now their outlook is marred because of the information that they've consumed, not necessarily from their experiences. Because a lot of them, if you talk to them, because remember, I do HIV/AIDS testing, counseling, prevention, trainings, all that. People sitting down in front of me, we having conversations. We're having a real conversation because I got to get real information from you. So I'm asking real questions. And a lot of times, it's not what they seem. It's not what they are actually saying, because they haven't gone through the experiences. It's what they heard. It's what they seen. Especially the one now is, well, I heard it from this one girl on TikTok, right? So let's jump back in the book. So chapter 3 starts on page 10. But and I read the first the first paragraph of page 11. That was my opening. Now I'm starting at the top of page 12. So we're getting into the 3 types of women that the 3 types of Black women that Sister Shahrazad Ali is describing. So the 3 types are predictably the lower grade, the average, and the high class. And there's before this. She said the special language is ethnically specific to recognize, excuse me, this the special language is ethnically specific and recognizable to the learned and unlearned black man. The terminology is not meant to be humorous either. There is no age limitations on the characteristics of these women. So the characteristics or the labels that she's giving these type of women are the lower grade, the average, and the high class. And remember, this is not a us pointing our fingers and punching down on black women. This is an examination of what happened to black women, right? Because normal black women or black women that don't have the level of trauma that these black women have don't operate like that. We know the majority of black women don't fit these categories, or they may be. We don't know. That's why we're examining. So the low life black woman. This black woman may have been subjected to abject multi-generational poverty, illiteracy, and shame as a child. She works on the lowest rung of employment due to not being properly educated. She dresses in inexpensive Kmart type styles, and her face is greasy from wearing too much cheap makeup. Her hair will also be greasy, perhaps have a few specks of lint, and may be plastered down around her face in an unsuccessful attempt to create curls or the baby hair look. She may sport a raggedy ponytail with a child's beret or rubber band. Bathing is not that important. Her bra strap may be gray from non-washing, and she may wear her panties 2 or 3 times straight without changing them, or wear none at all. She drinks alcohol to the point of intoxication and curses loud in public, real loud. She hangs around weekly in common local bars and goes out with strange men who she fights with regularly. She may have a main black man who she fights with at will. She has battle scars on her face, neck, arms, and hands from warring with the men and women in her neighborhood or nightclubs. She goes along easily with the moral dares and relates aggressively to her neighbors. She does not read the newspaper and uses drugs when they are available. If she does not work, she is on the public dole, welfare. She may dress her child or children in the latest styles and will spend all of her welfare check on clothes and partying. She views each check, she views each check day as heaven on earth, a short-lived time when she has purchasing power to feed her tepid wishes. She might have a gold tooth or a few teeth missing. Her nails are conceivably chipped or broken. Her posture is that of a toad. She may be overweight and an over average breather with a protruding pot gut. She comfortably wears runover shoes. Her heels may be dirty or crusty. She borrows money and food from her neighbors. She uses deodorant occasionally and is overly impressed with the fancy dressed black men in big flashy cars with lots of gold. She is materialistic on a small scale and does not like to stay indoors. Even on cold winter nights, she can be seen roaming the streets or going back and forth from one night joint after the other. She is not ashamed of her condition or predicament and appears to be quite satisfied during her sterile, non-productive days. Her time is made up of gossiping with her neighborhood cronies, looking at television, wish shopping in near malls, yelling at her children, not keeping up with her children, and walking back and forth to the corner store. Nowadays, you can add scrolling social media. She shops above her means, has no plans to change and attempts to use black men available to finagle him out of money, drinks, or car rides. She has no idea what to do with the black man herself, and she does not fantasize about a better life. She is looked upon as shameful in civilized society and is considered a savage. She often hates the black man in the higher social classes and considers them conceited. Her words of thought is very, very small. Her ideas are simplified, and she speaks the language in flat, abbreviated terms full of mispronunciations and wrong tenses. She does not know any better and does not think she is capable of learning better. She is in a pitiful state of condition, and if she has any dreams at all, they are of a black man rescuing her from her status. She is also inclined to respond to the advances of white men looking for a good time. She may sprinkle herself with cheap perfume profusely. If a black woman on this level is involved with drugs or abuses alcohol, She becomes a dredge of society and a corrupt mother. Men do not matter to her at all on that level unless they can provide her with money or contraband. This group requires no further discussion.